Today I take a look at McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman designed by Todd McFarlane. Coming up next. What's up, guys? Costa here with Pop Culture Living Room. Welcome back for another toy review. Today we're going to look at McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman designed by the Todd father himself. I will put more information about this figure down in the description. While you're down there, please smash the like button, hit subscribe, and click on the bell notification so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. This figure and the Spawn Kickstarter are my first purchases of McFarlane Toys in over 20 years. Sometimes life happens and you gotta sell your collection. Well, I am happy to say that I am glad I am back. McFarlane Toys has done some great figures in the past and I miss all of them. When first announced, I was like, Todd McFarlane designing a new Batman? Yes, please. This figure looks fantastic. Now let's first take a look at the box. It is your typical DC Multiverse box, but it does have the McFarlane Toys gold label right there. Now these are in limited quantities and you can only get them at Walmart. On the side, Batman McFarlane Toys. And on the back, you can see Batman designed by McFarlane Toys, a special art piece specifically made for this figure, and then a bunch of the other figures that you can collect down at the bottom. And on the other side, Batman designed by Todd McFarlane. Woo-wee! Now why don't we open this bad boy up? And here he is out of the package. Batman designed by the Todd father. He does come with some accessories. Let's take a closer look. First, you will notice he gets the same type of card that all the DC Multiverse figures get. Here is the front where you will see the special artwork made specifically for this figure. And then on the back, if you want to pause it here, you can read his data file. You also get the typical stand. These are kind of useless in my opinion because sometimes the figures, fall over anyway. Next up, you will get two gold blades. They are kind of just plain. I mean, they're just gold blades. Nothing special. You would think that for a gold label figure, you would get, something more detailed or something cooler. But in this instance, you don't. They are kind of flimsy, so you don't stab yourself. You don't want to stab yourself. But the funny thing is, you can't stab yourself with these, but if you notice, the spikes on Batman are pretty damn sharp. You'll see in a second when we get a close-up. And the last thing you get, which I really like these, are these goggles. They look pretty damn steampunk if you ask me. And I think that you have to put these on to make sure that, your Batman looks cool. I love the Batman with these on. Like, so steampunk, love it. Now let's take a closer look at the figure himself. And now let's take a closer look at the Batman. Let's look at the head sculpt. It's a really nice head sculpt. It's a little bit messy on the paint job for me. You can see it's kind of looks like his face is dirty. That wash in there is a little dark. Looks like he's got some gunk or dirt on his face. And the application underneath here, it's a little out of the lines. You can see I wish that was a little better, but overall I do like this head sculpt. He looks mean and brooding and just friggin' scary, like the Batman should look scary. And we move down to the bat symbol on his chest. It's shiny paint, which is great. And then when you look at the body is just molded in a gray plastic. It's not really painted or anything. And then we get down to the utility belt. They did a really good job with the paint apps on down here. They're not as messy as they are on the face. You get these 2 blades for decoration. It would have been cool if you had 2 extra smaller blades that you could pull out. And then you have, looks like a couple of batarangs in there that you can't take out at all, which would have been a nice accessory considering this is a gold label. I guess gold label just means we're not going to make as many. And there's some of his bags where he probably has a lot of nice little weapons and fun little gadgets. It's got a little armor going on here on the thighs. Look at that little armor. It's got another utility thigh belt. That's awesome. I'm really digging that. Oh, he's got some grenades back there. Look at that. Are they grenades or are they like smoke grenades? And then as we go down, this is all molded color, not really painted. Same with the boots. Nice tactical looking boots. They're a split boot, so you can have that nice ankle movement. I like that. That's a plus. And we go back to the cape. On the back, you have your holsters where you can put your blades. Those look cool. And then you have your cape. It's a soft plastic. Mine's a little off. They're supposed to go like this. But mine, I guess sitting in the package, it was held like this and now it's like this forever. I've tried to push it back and hold it down for a few days and it didn't go back. So I'm stuck with part of the cape coming out. And here is the pièce de résistance of this Batman. That ass. Look at that ass. Wow. They really went all out with this. That is one tight fitting pant. That's like super tight fitting pant where I will be pulling out the bat suit of the crack of my ass for days. Now let's take a quick trip around the Articulation superhighway. I want to warn you guys, these joints are super tight and very fragile. We'll start off with the head. You can tight to the left, tight to the right. So tight. You can not look up. He just looks straight ahead and he can look down. Let's move to the arms. So there's a ratchet joint here. You can go out that far. He can move his arm this far up. The cape blocks it a bit, but he can go this far back. And I'm sure you can do a 360 if we really wanted to force it. You see the seam right here? He's got a swivel right there where you can turn his arm around. That's weird, but fun. His elbow, it's got a double jointed elbow. The wrist twist around, can go in and out. The wrist joint itself is kind of unattractive because you can see that wrist ball joint right there. So let's move to the chest and ab area. He does have an ab crunch, as you can see, and a backward bend a bit. Crunch and a bend. Along this seam, you can see the top portion. You can actually rotate this around. Swivel it left and right. That is I like that addition. And then you can do it with the waist. There's a waist swivel left and right and left and right. The thigh can come out to the side a bit. It's about as far as you're gonna go. The kick out, not very far. And I'm not gonna force it because I don't want to break it. And let's go back. It seems like it's being stopped by dead ass. Down to the knees. do a double jointed bend here on the knees. You get the ankles, you can turn them, you can actually twist it around if you really wanted to. There's a little bit of ankle swivel here. And then, like all these figures, the toes go up. That's a fun thing to have when you're doing kind of like a running pose or like a kneeling pose. But there you have it. All the articulation in this Batman. Very tight. Be very careful when you're posing him for those who are going to take him out of the package. The posability with this figure is kind of limited, but you do get some decent poses out of it. I wish McFarlane would give us some action bases where if we wanted our figures to jump, they could jump. He kind of gives us those with the Superman figures. It'd be nice if we can get them with the Batman figures also. I want to caution you guys while posing this figure. These joints are extremely tight and have little give. So be careful or you could have a busted joint. Several people have had their thigh joints break right off. Have no fear though. Just call McFarlane Toys customer support and they will assist you. Overall, I really like this figure. I love the look. Todd McFarlane, obviously amazing artist, made an amazing design. The shortcomings come in with the joint articulation, which I love taking my figures out of the boxes and posing them. What's the point of having your figures stuck in the box in a museum pose? They're meant to come out and play. It's so much fun and stress reducing. Every once in a while, repose your figures. Get them into either a nice action pose or do something fun. Make them do a silly pose. If you got any value out of this video, please smash the like button. Hit subscribe! Click the bell notification so you can get notified when a new toy review or one of my new comedy shorts. Yeah, check those out. I have comedy shorts all over this joint. This is Costa, and as we say here at Pop Culture Living Room, collect what you love. Peace!